let's just soft reset. Hello everybody, Captain Thief here. I may have made a mistake. Not a very big mistake though, so don't worry about it. Mostly I thought that I had the latest version of Megaman 3 improved. Spoilers, I don't actually. Turned out there was another one that came after Kuja Killer's version that was even better. And on top of that, it even has retro achievements. Hang on, let me make sure I'm logged into retro achievements real quick. If I can find that. Tools. Retro achievements. Start retro achievements. There we go. Okay. I'm not really sure if I'm going to stick around with a full playthrough of this, but it has even more improvements. I just kind of wanted to look at it. This intro is still the same. Still kind of... I don't know. I don't want to say it's buggy because it's not. It's great. Thank you for bringing these cutscenes back. But it's weird that the music stops so early into it, is all I'm saying. So, yeah, it's the same cutscene, I think, but the opening title is a little different. So, you know, let's just look into this. In fact, maybe I will do a full run-through, but it'll just be up to the point where I last was, and then I can just say, hey, go ahead and skip this port and move on to the next episode. I don't know. Let me have a look. Okay, I primed the achievement and everything, so yeah, we have that going for us. Something is wrong, though. Okay, so you can see the cursor. The game stops here, and then there's like some black space. Is that supposed to be normal? I don't know. Okay, let's just leave it be, I guess. Okay, so beat it under perfect condition. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this one has the achievements and everything, if you're into that sort of thing. And I am, but I don't think I really want to put you through that, so, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep using this. My earlier save states won't work on this one, but, I was talking to Blake Kinshiro about this, actually, and he said, you don't have to play through the game, Cappy, you can just use the password, so... I think that's what we're going to do, but let me just beat Snake Man real quick. Sort of as a rite of passage. Mostly because I was reading fictional British slang. And I think it called snakes slinkety winkety long movers or something like that. And I was like, Blake and Sure, you better watch out because I might just use more of these slangs that don't make any sense. And he was like, okay, I don't care. So, how you been? I've been doing alright. It's a little bit through May, and I know that I want to get at least 3 Mega Man games done in Mega May. But I also want to play Mina the Hollower when it comes out in less than 2 weeks from now, May 28th. But there's a whole thing about Mina the Hollower that I really wanted to talk about. And that is that they've added a difficulty slider to it. Well, okay, I should probably explain this a bit further. I don't know everything about it. I probably should have watched it again before saying about this, but basically, you'll have several sliders like, you know, how many continues you get, how hard enemies hit, stuff like that. And from what I read, or from what I think they said, even if you turn all the difficulties down, you can still get achievements. And, you know, this is one of those things that, like, I wasn't sure what to think, but I knew that I was going to think about it for several hours. And so, you know, instead of sleeping like a normal person, I was thinking, does this bother me? Why does this bother me? And should it bother me? Stuff like that. And... I want to say that, you know, I actually want to make a whole video about this because, you know, I found it very interesting. Turns out what I'm kind of bothered by with it isn't what I thought I would be originally bothered by with it. Oh, I don't remember having to do this. Skipper, 1995. Oh, okay, never mind. I still don't remember having to do this, though. But yeah, Skipper, 1995 took Kuja Killer and use some of Kuja Killer's help too to make this even more improved version. So, hooray! Just gonna switch back to Mega Buster. If I can get an E-Tank, that would be great. I don't really trust... They say that this is one of the annoying things about Mega Man 3 is the platforms pushing you in. Anyway, so let's just talk about the whole achievement, quote-unquote, debacle. I feel like I shouldn't care. And, you know, somebody whose opinion and judgment I highly prize and, you know, is a good friend of mine, thinks achievements themselves are just stupid. My own brother thinks the same thing. He does not care about achievements. When we're playing a co-op game and I go back for a box of fire magic or something just for an achievement, he's like, "Oh, the Chivos! Go get the Chivos, Captain!" You know, kind of mockingly. And it's just like, shut up. I need this. It's my validation. Sort of. Oh! The extra life of death. Perfect. Perfect. And, you know, so I do like achievements, but why? You know, I think it's because it kind of adds some extra challenge to a game. I think I didn't start liking achievements until, you know, achievements for achievement's sake, I should say, until, crazy enough, Cube Tractor, which is like the first video first video series on YouTube that took off from the 1 to 2 views per video barrier that I was at. And the reason why I thought, you know, they were so cool in Cube Tractor was because just going for the master ranks, I had to play in a completely different way. You know, the game only asks so much of you to beat the game vanilla, but to get the master ranks, you have to, like, actually get your patterns down, maybe even do some things that you didn't think were possible, stuff like that. And, you know, I even said that, and, you know, this is the funnest part about the whole story is the creator of Cube Tractor, or at least one of them, because it was a 2-person duo, if I remember right, commented that he loved my explanation that some things about, you know, going for the perfect game or whatever is like the other half of the game, so to speak. So, you know, there's something to that. Alright, let me see if I can take on Linkity Twinkity Long Mover Man. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this off, guys. I think I'm dead. No, I still have 1 life to live. So, you know, I got some practice in. Which is cool. Alright. I wish I could read that fast. I mean, I could, it's just I'm distracted. Okay. So far, you know, we're not even on damage. Oh, he walks right up to you and hits you. Of course he does. Okay, so I can get around him somewhat. I don't know. I think it was better to hit the snakes than to hit him, actually. There we go. Well done, me. Any achievements for that? I don't know. Probably just beat Snake Man or something. I need a drink. Not the alcoholic kinds. I mean, I probably should be with what I'm about to go about. So right there. Achievements earned. Search Snake. Yeah. Okay, so here's where I can move forward. Is just using the password system. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I don't think I'm going to put you through a whole playthrough. And yet I really wanna. It's just, you know, I feel like then I'd be playing Mega Man 3 twice in one Mega Man, and that just doesn't make sense. So I'll go ahead and save state there. And then, how do you go back to tile screen? That opens Steam. Soft reset. Okay, and then how do I get the password? Well, if only I, like, recorded it or something, right? Oh, hey, we get this music. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I don't know, I think I'm just gonna come clean about last episode, and I apologize. Maybe you noticed that I was not doing so great that last bit. And that's because something I didn't expect to remember about my father came to memory, and it hit me unexpectedly because it was from childhood, you know. And I recently lost my father, and... Hello again. Hang on, no, there are not two Cappies, don't worry. No one would allow such a terrible thing to happen. I don't know, I'm just being funny. I'm just going through my video to see if I can find the password real quick. Oh wait, yeah, that's where I beat the Dokuro bot for Flashman or something. Alright, so... Hang on, should I do this? Scene, display capture. This is not the right display capture. Hang on. Technical difficulties. Okay, now it's working. Fit the screen. Okay. Okay. So you should be able to see what I'm doing right now. Here's the password. Here's my video. Just making sure nothing on here is weird. It's still weird, but you know, not like you'll lose respect for me. Okay, it's still lose respect for me weird, but it's not, you know, lose complete respect for me weird. So red, blue, blue, red, red. Yeah, that's a really good system you got there, Cappy. Not. Let's see. So password. Okay, so I can just put the reds wherever I want. So I'm just gonna move this a little bit over. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'll put the reds in, and that's done. And now we'll do blues. And then this should get me to where I was last time, where I beat two... well, they call them dock robots. And I want to talk about that, too. Okay. Now hit end. It worked! It worked! Alright, cool. And then what I'm going to do after that... You can actually see my save states and stuff. Oh, excuse me. That was a burp. There. We're done. Let me shift this back to this, and there we go. So yeah, dock robots. They're not dock robots. They're not like partially doctors or whatever. It's a Japanese thing. The Japanese word for skull is dokuro, and the Japanese word for robot is robotu. So dokuro botu or dokuro, or you know, skull robot in Japanese makes sense as wordplay, and I love wordplay. That's one thing I love about Japanese entertainment, comedy, and stuff is their wordplay. So that's what these things are. They are partially skulls, they are partially robots, they are skull robots, and in Japanese it fits like a portmanteau. That's the portmanteau. I have never heard that word pronounced, so you know, I don't know. I've only seen it written. Which I hear is something not to be ashamed of. Alright, so I do want to talk about Mean to the Hollower some more. So, do I care if people are just going to turn... hit? Okay, well, let's take it to its logical... Not logical, but... Just putting in an extremist position. There's a button on the main menu that says, win the game and get all the achievements. And doing so wins the game and gives you all the achievements. Does that make the game not worth playing even as an achievement hunter? For me. And the answer is no. I had to do some soul searching. I had to do some thinking for this because, you know, for most of my life, it felt like achievements didn't count unless, like, a judge was there to make sure that you were actually earning them. But then, you know, there's been so much YouTube content, and I know ironically that means that the audience can be the judge of whether you did or not, of people doing things like how far can you go through Pokemon Red or Blue with just a Weevil or something like that, or Weedle, never evolving it. You know, you're playing the game not in a way it's intended, and you can easily just, you know, skip the challenge and get a Charizard and start killing things anyway. Does that ruin it? And it's like, no, it's really more like a self thing. So I think that we are entering an era, or at least, you know, on a person-by-person basis, we're entering an era. Oh, come on, Rush. Rush! Rush! I'm sorry. It's not Rush's fault, but, I'm dead. I'm dead. So yeah, we are entering an era, and it still makes me laugh to say this out loud. But we're entering an... Oh wait, can't I just die on purpose and get the E-Tank again? Let me try it. This will be great for everybody because I could use the more lives actually, and more E-Tanks. I was asking where to get more E-Tanks, and I didn't see any comments about that yet, so yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? We're entering an era of people getting achievements for their own personal challenge sake. And I think a lot of it has to do with emulation and the fact that no one but you will know. And I know this is incredibly ironic that I'm saying this right now, right here. I can just hit continue. I don't know if I wanted to hit continue though. I don't think that like respawns the E-Tank if I do it that way. Let's find out. I always love doing things just to know if they work or not. Or, you know, for science in other words. And so yeah, you know, who's gonna know if I beat Majora's Mask without getting hit? Except me. And as I was saying, you know, it is kind of ironic that I'm saying this while I'm using something hooked up to retro achievements, which is actually something that kind of hooks up to your pet emu and verifies that you did do the achievement. And you know, they even have it so that's harder to cheat because you can't just change the ROM to give yourselves infinite lives, infinite ammo, whatever, because it does a bite sum check or something like that. And so any change would be noticed, basically. So, you know, it's ironic that I'm saying this here right now, but, you know, it's still something I want to talk about. Okay, the E-Tank's back. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't think I mind. I kind of would personally prefer it to be the other way. I did it again. Okay, thank you. Gosh. Alright, just take me to the top. Thank you. Are we already at the mini-boss? Well done. And you're gone. Okay, so now for another Doku Robot. Doc Robot. Whatever. Defeat Crash Man using some... I didn't read that. Alright, so apparently the hardest Doc Robot, and I know this because of I can't remember his name, but it starts with T-O. It's like Tupter or something. But yeah, he made a whole bunch of Megaman 3 videos, and I was actually watching them. I guess snakes are doing it. I don't want to restart this whole level, though. But I only have one, so I might just do this. Yeah, I'll just die, whatever. Congrats. But yeah, the hardest Doc Robot apparently is Quickman. And I got through that, so good job, me. And, you know, I watched the whole video, so I know a little bit about what's coming up afterward, and apparently that's kind of what makes Megaman 3 kind of controversial, is that the Doc Robots are a difficulty spike. And difficulty spikes on their own are not a bad thing, but then Wily's Castle is actually easier comparatively. So, it's like, it makes the game really hard in the middle for no reason, and then it goes back to kind of a normal game or something. instead of staying ramped up. Oh yeah, I don't know why I didn't even look to see if the health was there. Yeah. I really want to turn down the Mega Man 3 volume, but when I do that, it's going to make it so that I have to play around with the editing some more. I think I'll just do it anyway. Alright, so 8. Let's go down to like 4. 5. 4 is an unlucky number. Okay. I feel like I can hear myself better now. And I don't have to be shouting into the microphone. No, so I did say that I had something of an issue with Mina the Hollower then, right? And the answer is yeah, kind of. And that is the sliders themselves. Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah, the Tube video about this was all about how you don't get a checkpoint until after you beat the Doc Robot. And yeah, that actually is... That is a bit of a tough thing. Oh, excuse me, I didn't realize you were alive. You guys are actually hard because as soon as you shoot your twice, you just start rolling. You don't give me any chances to shoot you anymore. Which is annoying. So, why do I have a problem with Mina the Hollower and the difficulty sliders? Because I don't know how to customize the difficulty for myself. I know how to put in certain conditions, like, I don't know, Majora's Mask without getting hit or something like that. But when it comes to playing around with, like, how often do you respawn? How hard do enemies hit? How many lives do you have each time? I'm not sure what constitutes a right difficulty. And I don't know, it feels like cheating if I have to turn one of those down or whatever. Now, does that mean that difficulty itself is all a sham? No, because, you know, if there's a difficulty... Oh, I want that. And I won't get it. This whole episode is just going to be me going for extra lives and then not getting them. You know, whatever. I'm just going to die. Wait, do I keep the E-Tank if I game over? Let's find out. I should have 2 E-Tanks now. Fairly certain. I'm gonna do stage select. Okay, and then we'll do Needle Man again. Just see if this changes anything. Yeah, the sliders are weird to me. If they have preset... Okay, I still have the E-Tank. Okay, good. This might be where I farm E-Tanks, by the way, so get used to this song. I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do. I am once again using my snowball while using my headset, so hopefully the sound sounds good, and I believe it does. But yeah, how do you know what to set something for? Like, there's a bunch of dimensions in difficulty. Oh, this sucks. That you can, you know, set everything to hard and then make one of them really easy and just still make the game easy. Can you come up with an example, Cappy? I can try. I don't know a game off the top of my head, but... Okay, we'll just say Mario 3. Yeah, okay. So, let's just assume I have Game Genie. We used to call it Game Cheaty. Game Genie. And you give yourself, you give yourself only 0 lives. You make all the enemies hit and kill in 1 hit. You triple the number of enemies, something like that. But then you put in a code that just gives you infinite P-Wing. So you can just fly over the whole stage. That's one way. You made the game almost impossible, and then you made it impossible to lose by turning one of those things off. Now does that mean, oh, just don't, oh! Excuse me. Does that mean that you, just don't turn any one of those all the way down, or don't make it too easy on any one of them? Well, sure, but, to some degree, one of those is going to matter more than the others, and how do you know what matters? I really feel like we need some of the game dev experience here to telling us, you know, what they expect us to be able to beat or not. So if they have presets though, if they say, oh, normal is this set to this and this set to that, try to beat it. And the expert is this. And there's even something where you can try it with all the difficulty sliders turned up to max. Then it's like, okay, yeah, sure. I don't like this hallway. This hallway itself is okay. It's just that the only way to farm health was on that guy, and he's not very nice about it. So, I don't know what to say. I still haven't read the little achievement primes down there, except for the not getting hit, which is not happening, by the way. Let's do snakes. No, E-tank something. Okay, so I guess it's just beat it as a purist, and you know I can get that, but yeah, it's not something I don't really feel like doing. So yeah, that's actually my issue with the difficulty sliders of Me the Hollower. Is not even the, you know, anyone can just give themselves achievements, though to some degree, you know, that does kind of I don't know. I still feel like it'd be better if, you know, they kept their role as judge for the achievements. Somebody brought up the fact that there is a something you can do in Steam that just gives yourself achievements. So, you know, it's not like achievements are a sacred bond anyway. Achievements don't do anything. You know, you don't get, like, game sales, but only if you've gotten this achievement. Like, oh, if you get all the achievements in Shovel Knight, Me the Hollower is half off. Or something. Same developer, by the way. Yacht Club Games. I'm hoping they do well because it's been so long since they did something that wasn't Shovel Knights. And I really like how Link's Awakening this looks. So, how do I do this? Can I cannot kill you fast enough, unless maybe if I hit the button. Or maybe like that? Okay. I can somewhat farm him. Somewhat. Okay. Let's grab that without going through the door. Okay, my apologies, but I'm going to farm this. I need snakes, so let's go ahead and pick that up. Oh wait, that's Rush Coil. Yeah, okay, I'll get Rush Coil. I only need a few snakes. Thank you. It doesn't feel like I said much. I mean, you're probably tired of me talking about it, but I think I've said all I wanted to say about the whole situation. This is not the first game to have a assist mode. It's not really meant to make things too easy or, you know, to help people fake achievements, so to speak. It's really more for people who I want to say it's for accessibility reasons. That's the word they used, and I can kind of understand that. I can kind of understand putting in a difficulty for a game that just says "tell me a story," and at that point, I don't know. Maybe you could watch somebody else play it. I don't know. To a degree, though, it's like, do you like not even care that you're beating a hard game on a hard way? If I say I beat Dark Souls 3 on my Samsung Smart Fridge, which somebody probably has by now, I'm sure, I think I remember seeing somebody beat one of the Dark Souls games on a DDR pad. They did that, but they you know, they were on the DDR pad and everything, but they hit the beat the game and get all the achievements button. Does it still count? Oh, right. Oh yeah, you hit really hard. That undid all my farming. Or at least a good chunk of it. Ah, come on. I wonder what these guys are weak against. Okay. I don't know why I went that way. I do know why. It's because I was subconsciously thinking that he was about to roll over even though he's already dead. So I don't know. It feels like a weird thing to talk about because I don't know many achievement hunters or people who care about achievements. So it's kind of like, you know, for the vast majority of people, I think they're like, who cares? And, you know, to a large degree, I kind of don't care either. It's like, you know, you want to beat the game, you want to have the achievements saying you beat the game and whatever, have at it. What I'm hoping for, though, is that the difficulty sliders have presets because, you know, it's like, if you're just going to lower the difficulty until you beat the game, you know, how do you know what the right amount of spice is? I don't. It's going to take like a whole playthrough for me to figure that out, and then once the playthrough's done, I'm like, well, okay, I'm done playing through it. Or maybe just through playing through it, I've, you know, gotten good enough that I need to turn it up some more or something. I would like an easy, normal, and hard preset for that reason. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. So, Mega May, I want to beat Megaman 3, obviously. I also want to do 2 more Megamans, which I think will be 4 and 6, and that will complete the 1 through 11 NES style, well, not even NES style, just the classic Mega Man series. Because 8 and 11 are definitely not, or 7, 8, and 11 are definitely not this 8-bit style. Which is cool. I'm not saying they had to be. I guess I can get some Rush Jet. Alright. Is there something I wished achievements did? Yeah, kind of. To a degree. I mean, we see achievements a lot in MMOs. Like, if you play FF14 and you've seen someone whose title, because you know underneath your name you can have your title, which is like something you earn through doing something. And it can be something that's not so hard, like harvesting or whatever. But yeah, you have a title. One of the hardest and rarest titles is called the Necromancer. And it's really hard to do because you have to solo a place called Palace of the Dead, which was intended for 4 players. And intended to be really hard for 4 players. Are we sure it's snakes? I don't know. Okay. Let's try shurikens. I'm going to E-Tank. Alright, so did we already hard knuckle somebody? Yeah, we did. It was Metal Man. Needles? I mean, it's decent damage. Let's just go with it. Now for the next part is that now we have to beat this without game overing. I feel like needles is probably the thing to refill. Excuse me. It's a seltzer I brought down here, so the fizz is causing me to hiccup. I couldn't read all that fast. Sorry, retro achievements. Alright, this part is where it becomes a shmup. Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. I can just refill there. And I think you have to use your Mega Buster here because you can't switch to a weapon that is great against these guys. Which is fine. Okay, so yeah, this is an achievement. Go through this whole corridor without getting hit. I believe it. Yeah, let's have that. Thanks, Rush. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'll just fill up all the Rush. Hard knuckle, I guess. I probably should put that in snakes or something, but we'll see. Alright, let's get you, and then... Okay, good. Thought I was gonna get myself deaded. No, you don't get to go away. Not this time. Snake Man. Let's try not limiting the whole way. Hi there. What am I doing? Okay, I can hit you like this. I really like that about the shuriken, actually. I might try to do this some more. Alrighty. Yeah, and then just refill the shurikens on my prey. I don't know. That guy below was silly. Oh wow, that was... I wonder if this is like the strong weapon for here. It feels like it. Definitely a spiritual successor to Metal Man's Metal Blade. Because the different directions. Alright, so what's this one? And please don't be too difficult. Okay, it said only using the plasma cannon, I think. Airman. Okay, let's try Hard Knuckle because... Oh. Okay. What do you want? Cutscene. Checkpoint here, right? I don't think it's, I have 4 lives. I don't think it's going to be Hard Knuckle. Not with how hard it was to get through those, winds. Okay. Okay, so it's not Needle. I don't think it's... Oh yeah, it feels like it's magnets. You can always stop a gust of wind with a magnet. Don't ask how, it just works out. Okay. New password. Dun, 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 and I can start here again and get another E tank really quick, I think. I just want to see. I don't want to play the whole level again though, because just getting there does take like a whole 10 minutes. But then I have to give up my extra life, right? I think so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rush to the E-tank just to see if it's there. Oh, there's extra life. Is there a way to leave a level? And there's the E-tank. Okay, so I can definitely farm these here. Okay, so here's what I was thinking about doing. Is just go ahead and rewind back to level select. And when I run out of lives, I can get more... No, I need the E-tank, so I'll just do this. Even though this means that I won't have the extra lives that I want, it works out better this way, I think. So let's just grab the E-tank and then intentionally die. Not have a conniption fit over it this time. Yeah, go ahead and kill me. Thank you. I don't think there was an exit until like Megaman 7 or 6 or something. Oh! Okay. Do I keep it? I should have 2 E-tanks, I'll check. Alright. Yeah, I kept it. So yeah, I can farm E-tanks. If you're curious about how I did that, hit select while hitting start. Can I leave here? I can? Okay, I don't have to beat the level first? Pardon my French, but incroyable. Okay, so I know achievements for only using the lemons, but you know, I want to try things. Yeah. Needles are nice damage. Alright. So yeah, it's like there's no lore explanation behind why the levels are destroyed now. Like, did the Doctor Robots do that, or who? And yeah, I feel like we're still missing some lore, despite the fact that the game did everything it could, or rather the. Okay, that platform disappearing behind the sprite flicker, doesn't feel fair. Just doesn't, alright? It just doesn't. Dun, 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 dun. Drop some weapon energy. No, it won't, because it hates me. That's why it hates me now. Yeah, I would like some more explanation about, like, what planets are we on? Are there any games I feel like I'll go for 100% retro achievements on? Because some of them are actually really, really hard. I'm not sure exactly, you know, who gets off on just, you know, creating really, really tough achievements for each classic game, but yeah. You know, in a way, I feel like I want to try to 100% Zelda 2. Okay, good, I made it. But, I think one I might try for, and this one's even crazier, is, Final Fantasy XI. Final Fantasy XI is not a classic NES game. Well, Retro Achievements actually works with a wide variety of things. And for the private server Horizon 11, which is the private server for FF11, they do have some retro achievements in there. Some of them are just, you know, plumb simple to get, you know, turn in a supply quest to Gusterberg or whatever. I know it's probably Gusterberg, but, you know, I've pronounced it all my life as Gusterberg, and I don't speak Spanish or anything, so it's not like it's that, but, have I killed anything with... Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I haven't been spinning. Spin! There we go. Love it. I'm gonna try and spin some more. I killed your projectile. Can I kill you? I'm hurting him, but only emotionally. Time to die. Aw. We both died. There's a lesson in that. Okay. You know, there's a double-edged sword to this. I'm not going to talk about Mini the Hollower, but I'm going to talk about Mini Hollower. And it'll make a sentence in a second. It'll make a sense, yes. And that, you know, I said that I wanted to make a video talking about this. You know, as though there's not enough content on YouTube already. And the fact is, oh right, I need to do top for this. Yeah. How many lives do I have left? Is this my last one? It is my last one. Oh wait, let's try and kill him with magnets. There we go. Screw you. Oh, magnets go through real quick. I'm just gonna skip you. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Just gotta be real careful about the, I'm gonna go ahead and send you the other direction once you hit the enemy thing. I want that. Come on over. I really could have used that. That's fine. Hey, there we go. Maybe. What do I want out of this? Let's get some magnets. Even though let's get up there with Rush Jet. I just don't trust... Oh. I was gonna say, I just don't trust the coil not to send me all the way up. There we go. Okay, can I come back? No. No, you cannot. I can't even respawn this guy. Oh. Okay. I think needles is the last thing I haven't really found a weakness for, so I bet it's needles. Let's find out. Woodman. Okay, I don't think it's needles. Is it snakes? It feels snaky. It'd be nice if the snakes destroyed the leaves or something and made it obvious that this was his weakness. But, you know... C'est la vie. Somebody out there just said lovey. He told me to say lovey. Oh, I can't do it. I can't play this whole level again. I have to. I'm sorry. Yeah, see, I would have died there. And there. Just get out of my life. Thank you. Shadow Man's planet. There we go. Now they're all broken. What does that mean? Wait, does that mean that it goes back to normal? Where are we? Let's just do save state 3. Yeah. Oh! I can't even... No, bad controller. Bad Microsoft. I don't want to bring up the virtual keyboard. No, go away. I don't want this. Okay. So I was just fidgeting with all the buttons. I can't do a thing until I kill Breakman. And this is supposed to be a big plot twist thing where it's like, oh, this whole time Proto Man was Breakman, or you know, Breakman in disguise. That's not working. So, only lemons, or what? I heard this is kind of silly because it's just the same battle that we've been doing for a while against quote-unquote Proto Man. And now it's Proto Man. I don't know. Oh no, right after we received the last element. Can I get some story behind this? Wily ran off with Gamma. Excuse me. Eyebrows. Yep, eyebrows. I mean, we have space travel. And we're definitely in a post-scarcity society, let's just put it that way. Alright. Excellent. I don't know why I went for the health. My Megaman X instincts just kicked in. And they were like, hey, fill up your E-tanks. Even though that's not how E-tanks work now. Or they won't be for a while. Pardon me. Thank you. Okay. So why didn't I just come out and say, you know, April sucked because I lost my dad? I don't know, I just felt like I was sharing too much. I feel like, you know, when I lost my sister a few years ago, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have said anything is what I was thinking, but then it's like, well, you know, I need an explanation. So then I thought, well, let's just, you know, keep this secret. Well, not secret, but just, you know, like, something bad happens. People are used to that kind of explanation. And, yeah, there's really nothing else to say about it. I mean, there's a million things I could say, but it's like, it just doesn't feel like the time or the place just yet. Oh yeah, these. One thing I learned from watching Two Terp, yeah, I think that was his name, is that shooting upward is really great for this. Okay. Would that crush me? Alright, come over. Oop. Okay, sliding is... Oh. We actually do need you to come on up. Got me good. Wait, that was my last life, wasn't it? Extra life systems are really silly because you could have only one life left before you go to the final boss, and then you'll lose it all because when you went back to town you didn't have another life. That is why it is a silly system, and I don't know. It's hard to come up with something off the cuff. As it was, I think that's the best I'll ever do for an impromptu put lyrics to the song thing. Alrighty, Top Man. Thank you. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip you. Thank you. Hey! Hey now. You're an all-star. Get your game on your face. This is good because this might be the only place I can farm these. So let me get like however many of these I can. I think it caps at 4 for Mega Man 3, but we'll see. I could have sworn you can get up to 9, but that's probably my Mega Man 9 knowledge overexerting itself. Yeah. Okay. Kamagoro Maker. Perfect run conditions. Okay. Sorry if this is annoying. Just, I really need E-Tanks, and I can't go back to Gemini Man. All those levels are just gone, I guess. I suppose. I'm not the first person to notice. But does it feel like... Oh. And I needed to lose lives anyway, so, you know, good on me, I think. For Advance Wars, isn't that kind of weird that Advance Wars 1 was kind of cartoony? Advance Wars 2 was still kind of cartoony, but looked a little more realistic than Advance Wars Dual Strike. All the COs had normal proportions and didn't have exaggerated expressions anymore. And then... Oh, cool, I can just do that. And then, of course, Days of Ruin. It didn't change the proportions, but, you know, it went from, haha, this is a fun little war game, to, oh my gosh, people are dying, what the hell? Still need to get around to playing that. Okay. It unprimed an achievement because I used Rush Coil. Let me see if I can read that. Perfect run conditions. Okay, so that, I guess that just means lemons only. You know what's funny is I didn't call them lemons until probably this year. I got the E-Tank already, right? So I can just do this. Alrighty. Oh, missed. Okay, barely made that one. I'm up to 4. Let's see if this counts. I might just leave it at 5. I got 5. Okay, I feel like I'm okay. GCap, you were just talking about difficulty, and yet you do everything in your power to lower the difficulty. I think that's kind of the point, though. Is a player should do everything that they can to put the game in their favor, and so the ultimate difficulty comes from what they're not allowed to change. And so if you're allowed to change everything, then it's just like, well, why don't I just make it an instant win button? And then you're like, well, why isn't it an instant win button? Well, then it'd be unsatisfying. And, I don't know. Okay, I did it. What's this about? I want that. Okay, so I guess that's just a tutorial that I can go through certain pipes. Let's refill the rush coil. Each jump is only 2 pips. That's cool. Okay. Oh, spikes below me, spikes above me. Shurikens, please. I thought I could shoot down. You can't shoot down, you can shoot up. You can shoot diagonal. You can't shoot down or down diagonal. Okay, I did not know that. Assumptions for me, but not for thee. Wait, what? This one's tough. But I did it anyway. Alright. Oh, that's a magnet. Okay, I thought it was charging some sort of beam. Alright, so what is that? I want to see if I can just break it. The magnet makes this a lot harder than it needs to be. Okay, so it's not that. It must be the hard fist. It doesn't take a lot of pips to shoot it. Ah. But you do have to aim it. Yeah, okay. I did it, everybody. You're not gonna blame me for this, are you? No? Alright. There. There's a lot to discuss. I just don't know where to begin. Not the Marine. The jet. Okay. Eggs. I mean, it gave me the rush coil. Why not use it? It gave me the rush jet. Why not use it? Especially with one-hit kills spikes. And I can refill it, so yeah. I don't feel bad. How far does that send me? Very far, actually. Very, very far. Wow. 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 Why don't I just rewind? That wasn't in the original game difficulty, that's why. I don't know. Oh. There we go. There, I did it for realsies. Are you proud of me now? Still, though, I feel like I'm gonna rush mushroom. I'm gonna rush marine through the water parts. I feel like you're meant to. And I'm still gonna jet through this. I don't know. I don't know what it's asking me to do. Okay. And to make things funnier, they made it so the energy refill is gone if you picked it up already. You know, because you already went through a whole bunch and maybe you need it again, but too bad for you. Oh, Wabbit Stew. Oh no. When I was a kid, we played Rayman 64, and I tried to understand what he was saying. It felt like he was saying, "So much for you, oh Webbestu." You don't have to find a clip of that, Eddie. Just, you know, people already know I'm weird. How much do you like shurikens, Mr. Penguin? He actually kind of likes them. That's why I didn't do much damage. Alright, no magnets here. I feel like we don't need to refill the marine. I guess we'll go for the hard knuckle, since it's a weapon. And the marine, which I said we wouldn't be refilling. Okay. I mean, you'd think there'd be something there. Okay, so what is this? I don't remember this too well. Oh, just beat the turtles. Tonight I dine on turtle soup. This reminds me of the other underwater boss from Megaman 1. I don't remember its name because it's a bunch of letters and numbers. But you kill it easily with the Gutsman rock throw technique. So you probably know who I'm talking about. Not going through that again. There we go. I guess what I don't want to do is be sent into the spikes. Dare I? Yeah, I don't dare. No! Whoa. He's coming right at me. Okay. Shuriken. Oh! Just one hit. Kamagoro Maker. Oh! I know Kame is like Japanese for turtle. I don't know what the Goro would mean, but Kamagoro. Oh. I kind of want to know what I missed out on. Don't worry, I'll find out. I'm sure I might game over here. Can't climb on that. Hello, Dragonfly. Went to a tourist location in my state, and I saw a lot of Dragonfly-themed jewelry. Like, no matter what store you went to, everyone had a bunch of it. It wasn't the only thing there, but, you know, it was, like, one of the prime things there. And that made me think, huh, are dragonflies that popular? I like them. They're one of my top 3 insects. I want to say it's dragonflies, honeybees, and mantises. Though I can totally get why someone wouldn't necessarily like mantises so much. Ah, good job, me. Alright. I think the honeybee is humanity's favorite insect. In fact... Oh, you guys are back. And I say that because, believe it or not, if you know anyone named Melissa or Deborah, that's what their name means. Honeybee. Melissa means honeybee. Deborah means, or Melissa means honeybee in Greek. And Deborah means honeybee in Hebrew? Sure, frickin'. Alright, oh yeah, you guys. All your obstacles from previous levels have been mixed and matched into one level for your enjoyments. Alright. Oh. No! Okay. I made it through anyway. Maybe I can get some health. Anything spawn here I can kill? Anything spawn here that can kill me? How far back does this send me? Not that far back, but still kind of far back. See, first we give you a little teaser of what it's like to have to deal with both of these things at once. And then we make it a really big spectacle about how to do it. Womp. That'll work. I think that the game wouldn't work as well if you died instantly, even during invincibility frames to spikes. But that's just me. Okay, so this is all about shooting. I'm not sure how to get through that, to be honest. Maybe shurikens. I have to be able to shoot up or something, but then he still gets time enough to bomb me, I think? I don't know, we'll have to see. Like I predicted, I think we're going to be able to go back to the start level and see what I missed out on. That was too early. Alright. Yeah, it got me. Okay. See, we're gonna send these guys at you while you're trying to jump over spikes. Best of luck. Maybe I just climb up as fast as possible. That wasn't my last life? Okay, now it's my last life. Sure, Bert. Excuse me. I also did not know that Mega Man 3 was in the running for being the best Mega Man game, so there's that. Everyone knows that 2 is like, you know, sung to high praises and back, and, you know, kind of deserves to be. But, you know, 3 did add a bunch of things. The Doku robots, whatever you want to say, are kind of a mixed bag in that regard. It's really cool that they brought back Mega Man 2 bosses. You don't get to keep their weapons this time, but, you know, they're back as bosses. Hey, I did it. Okay. Hasha. Yeah, I let him take a bite on me for free. It just made sense at the time. As was the style at the time. Just move forward. Yeah. Mega Man is a game all about faith sometimes. I think I'm just gonna let myself die here. Well, not let myself die, I'm just not gonna E-tank. Oh no. Please tell me it's not a yellow devil. I'm sorry if you think this is like a well-designed boss, but you're wrong. I hate this boss so much in all of its iterations, except for Mega Man 9, which is actually, ironically, a really hard one. But because I played so much, I know it like the back of my hand. Okay, so this... I want to see what I'm missing out on, okay? Alright, what's up? Feels like one way is more combat, the other way is more jumping puzzle. Needle, or spikes puzzle. Okay, try it again. I feel like you don't want to land on anything, you want to just jump off real quick. So like that, and then like that. And you can have a shortcut if you hug the right wall somehow, some way. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Or you can, you know, take the long way, but I'm going to try to take the shortcut anyway. Ah! Haha! I did it. Alright, how does this work? Is it a shorter path? Or... No, I really want to see this. I want to know. I'm not cheating the system as much. I just want to know, is this a shortcut? It feels kind of shorty. It feels kind of cut. It's something. Hi, bees. I was just singing your praises. Stop attacking me. Okay. Yeah, drop your bees. I don't need weapon energy, but thanks. I guess I could go for that. Yeah, why not? Haha! Bees! I wonder what the best way to handle bees is. Beetles. No, wait. I really wanted that health, okay. Oh, right. This is where they link up at, okay. Alright. Well. E-Tank. And now we're back up to 5 of them. And I'm full of... I'll just leave the weapon energy here. Who knows if I'll need it. I still have to do this part again. Yeah. Buzz. Oh. The timing was... could have been better. Buzz. I'm just gonna jump here. Oh, still got me. Oh, still got me twice. How many lives did I have? I got 1 extra. Yeah, okay. Last life. Oh, well done, sir. Okay. I'm sorry, I just have a huge thing against yellow devils in general. I think I'm going to look up what his weapon weakness is at least. I'm going to have to E-Tank a lot through him. Hopefully no more than 3 E-Tanks. Though what sucks about the whole thing is that with each E-Tank I use, it becomes a sunk cost thing. It's not even a fallacy. Just leave me alone, please. So, you know, if I use up 2 E-Tanks, I have to use the 3rd one if I'm about to die because, you know, otherwise those 2 E-Tanks get wasted. Right? Right. So let me just look that up real quick. Sorry, I keep batting the microphone like a curious cat. At that time, I swear wasn't intentional. Megaman 3 yellow. Devil weakness. Alright, yeah. See, everyone else thinks this. Yellow Devil Mark II. I guess it didn't come back in Mega Man 2, did it? I really don't like this thing. I really don't. I'm sorry, I just do not like it. Okay, yeah, that's Mega Man 3, alright. Here's the pattern. I don't know what the X means. Weak against Hard Knuckle. Can beat him in 5 hits. Difficult to time properly. Shadow Blade is also considerable damage. Okay. Wow, okay, so he has no iframes. Alright, let's try for it. Let me reopen that so I have something of a black space behind the game. Alright. Shurikens. Shurikens are my strength. And I think I'll E-Tank from here. I'm not gonna die because I don't get a checkpoint right at the door, I don't think. Yep. 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 Really well designed by boss. Okay. Oh. Oh, this is such a well-designed boss. Real fun. Not annoying at all. Isn't this cheating? No! Putting Yellow Devil in your game is cheating. Okay. Let's just try this again. I'm sorry, it's either this or you get a whole bunch of complaints from me. Oh, really? Secondary weakness, huh? Let me see this. How am I supposed to do this? I can get a bunch of hits in on him like that. Hang on. Let me avoid the hits at least. Smack. And smack. Okay, so when you hit him when he's like full on the symbol, it's a lot of damage. Are you sure you beat this at your friend's house, Cap? You know, now that Yellow Devil's here, I'm starting to doubt. Let's see. There. Hang on. Okay, let me just eat an E-Tank. And then go back to Shurikens. And we'll just take him on at one point. There. There. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm not doing that the regular way. It would take 3 hours of episodes. I don't know why I hate the Yellow Devil so much. I hate it. Nerf him with knowledge! Yeah, okay, cool. The gameplay just becomes Guitar Hero. I completely memorized his, yeah, see, he cheapened it. Now that I've had to use rewind to get by him, it's like, oh, I might as well rewind for everything. Okay. I'll just leave that there. It's not like I have hornets to go fetch it for me. I can hit you with magnets, right? Yep, okay. Now I want to watch a 2-hour essay on YouTube about how why is Yellow Devil so hated. Spoilers, it's deserved. Yeah, this magnet thing is really helpful. I probably shouldn't be wasting it on these little grenade mans. Oh, those things come back, which is fine. Oh, Just jump on it, right? Yeah, okay. 2 pips of health left. Am I supposed to, like, slide over these? Genuine question. That once I know the answer, I'm gonna just keep it like this. Okay. And then slide under you. I guess a little closer. Yeah, okay. Right, you guys. Is this a rush jet situation? I'm gonna stop using the rewind from here on. I don't know, I just really don't like the yellow devil. Oh, excuse me. I like how Rush doesn't use any energy if you're not on him. Alright, so we definitely want whatever these are. Yeah, both very good. I think it's the first E-Tank I've seen come from a question mark. It's just Frogger, but Mega Man. I'm sure that's what this room's called, too. Whoops. Which room are you stuck on in Mega Man 3? Oh, you know, the Frogger room? Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Bum 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 bum. What the heck? Game is glitching. I am a little concerned now. Okay, as long as I can select weapons, I guess it's okay. There, okay. I need more magnets. I'll just kill you. Rush coil. Run. All right. Okay. Do you? He's coming right at me with magnets. I guess I can use them to get over there. And that's probably what Perfect Run would require if you're only using your Plasma Buster, whatever it is. It's just called the Mega Buster, isn't it? Why did the achievement call it the Plasma Cannon? Okay, hang on. I can't leave? Okay. Okay, I guess I get half a second of looking at what I'm looking at if I just pause, and then he has to redo his whole thing. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'm sorry, I didn't even die that much to the Yellow Devil, but it already feels like he kind of ruined the entire game for me. It's that bad. Memorize this boss's complete layout. Dun, 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 dun. Huh. I can just do this, right? Yes. And then he'll drop an extra life, but I won't be able to get there in time. Oh, okay. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I'll just do this again. There's some health. I just have to be real careful grabbing it. It does feel cheated. It does feel like I'm using way too much rewind now. It does feel like I shouldn't have had to rewind through Yellow Devil, but I don't know. I know I wouldn't enjoy playing through 2 hours of Yellow Devil. What's this? Oh, it's me. So I didn't realize I was already here. Let's see. Needles? They shoot lemons at me regardless. What's your weakness then, me? Snakes? Either only one of them is real? Okay, only one of them is real. Okay, so it's not the bottom. Stop it! It's not the middle. And it's the bottom this time. I need something that goes quickly. No, I'm just gonna stick with it. Whatever. E-tank it is. There. Snakes. It's what's for breakfast. Okay. Kind of funny that you don't get your weapons refilled automatically. You have to kind of go through all this. I think I'll need more jet than I will coil, if anything. Hello? So we have junk block punchers. I'll take it. 2 lives. Coil. And I'll save the other 2 for when I come back through here again, because I'm probably going to have to. I mean, he's kind of guts, man, but not really. I wonder what you're weak against. Probably hard knuckle, let's be honest. Okay. Yeah, it pays to try different weapons. Dr. W. Didn't read that, but oh, of course, of course. What's everyone weakens against again? Not that. Not that. It's not Top Man. I know that's Shadow Man for sure. Needles? Do you like... I think he doesn't like needles, guys. And I'm glad I wasn't in the elevator or it would have taken me out before I got the health. Okay, needles is done. Top Man? Is this Shadow Man? It's not. Needles beat him, though. Is it magnets? No, it's definitely not. Could it be snakes? No. Oh, this is his weapon itself. Maybe it's the shurikens? I think that's just good damage overall. I don't think it's hard knuckle. It's gotta be Jim, my beam. Come on. Hit. Thank you. Okay, that wasn't his weakness for sure. I'm just gonna needle him. And this, I suppose. There we go. I got both. Okay, good. The health and the exit. Okay, so... here's Shadow Man. It's time to spin. Like we've never spun before. Nice. Okay, now I don't remember what any other boss weakness is. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping again. That's Top Man. Laser? Alright. You're one of them. Okay, it's definitely not the laser. It's not needles. Snakes? I'm gonna let it be. Does everyone stay? Okay. The lights aren't blinking for me, and by extension, I don't think they're blinking for you too. Snakes, isn't it? Definitely not snakes. Not that. Shurikens? He gets me every time. It's gotta be the hard knuckle then, right? Or is it magnets? Every time. Hang on. This is a science run. I'm not trying to win, I just want answers. Okay. Yeah, it feels like it's hard, man. Every time. Every dang time. I'm going back to the start of this one. Sorry, I'm going to lean back against my chair here. My back is starting to hurt a bit. I don't know, one boss, one yellow devil, and everything just goes to... I just lose all the fun of it. Don't put yellow devil in your games, kids. It's not a good idea. It's not cool. It's not hip. It ruins lives. I'm going all the way back to the start of Top Man. Now that I know it's hard, man, I'll just play it for reals. Well, I've hardly done anything to him. Alright. Spin! Every time, without fail. I don't know what it is. Magnets? Yeah, I think it's magnets for this guy. Uh-huh. How about that? I've kind of lost my patience. I'm sorry. This is not how Megaman 3 should be ending. It's just... I really... Yeah. I've complained enough. There you go. I have no magnets now, though. Maybe needles is the ticket for the next one. It's Gemini Laser guy. Not needles. It's not gonna be the top. It's not gonna be magnets. Maybe it's snakes. It is most certainly snakes. But I can take him without dying, I think. Let's just take a couple fewer hits than that. Oh, come on. They do a lot of damage just from touching you. A lot of damage. So I just don't get hit there. Learn the pattern. There we go. Took out Castor and Pollux. This feels like that one Awesome Games Done Quick where the guy's supposed to beat Halo on Super Expert mode and then just turns it to regular mode. He keeps dying all the time, so he just changed it to... I think I might die here. You'd be surprised. I hit you. Oh, he just absorbs me and he's like, ha 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 ha, and then jumps off. There we go. Sorry. Oh, I don't know. I think this only strengthens my argument. As soon as I was able to make it easier in a way that wasn't intended, I took it all the way. I don't know. Shurikens? No. Not snakes. Not the rush items. It can't be... That's right. Everyone's weak to their own weapon. You kind of assume that it's not that way because, you know, who would fight fire with fire, but, yeah. How many lives got? One left. It's gotta be the laser then, right? Why did Needleman do the Roman salute at the start? You know what? Ignore that. I didn't say anything. Okay, so now... Oh. I get an extra life. Let's do magnets a little. Yeah, okay. And see where this takes us. We got one E-Tank left, right? Two, actually. I'll take some laser. I'll take more needles. And more magnets. Alright. No more rewinding from here on. I'm just going to try to beat it normally. I don't know what any of these weaknesses is except for the very last one, which is going to be funny. You'll laugh. You'll cry. Alrighty. Would like to know what I'm supposed to be hitting. Huh. Oh, the little cannon thing? Is that so? Okay, well, hang on, let me try this again. Oh. I'm sorry if I'm like kind of far away. I have to lean back again because, you know, this is hurting my back. I've been crouched forward the whole time. Let me try lasers. This was another issue with the game, by the way, is the fact that the sprite flickering... Okay, so it's not lasers. Sprite flickering kind of made it hard to... Oh, that did it. Okay, so I can just break you with that. Okay, cool. Now what? Then I hit Wily himself with needles. The needles don't do too bad. Laser's not really the ticket. Oh, you'd think that magnets would go up and be helpful. Don't think it's magnets either. Snakes doesn't really make sense because I just don't have the anglitude for it, you know? Hang on. I know what I said. But I really want to know if Sparky is... Nope, it's not Sparky. I also want to know if it's Shadow Blade or whatever this is. No. Hang on, I'm not very good at this. You can't see it, but I'm laughing. I really just want to know if Shadow Blade is the ticket here, okay? That's all I'm cheating about. But man, is it hard. You know, Cappy, if you're gonna cheat anyway, just E-Tank and then un-E-Tank. I'm hitting start. Okay. Just E-Tank, and then, you know, rewind and get your thing back. Okay, so I can just do this. Yeah, okay. Hang on. Let me go back to before the E-Tank, and then I'll just die regularly, I suppose. Well, that can't be it either, because I'm out of... Well, I did say I'd stop rewinding, so I will. Yeah, alright. Let me see what happens. Oh. Game over time. What does it do for me? Okay, I go back here. I get another E-Tank. And a question mark box. And all my weapons are full. I don't feel bad about this, actually. Okay, I'll stop rewinding then. I will stop rewinding. How's that? This is a lot more forgiving than the Yellow Devil would be, okay? The Yellow Devil, I'd have to go through all that stuff again. And, yeah, it would just suck. There we go. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is we're going to Shuriken Wowie. And I'm going to send Link to hell. No. There. Wait, really? That's not right. I thought he had like more phases than this. Hang on, so what am I doing? Why did I rewind beyond victory? And here's a reason. Here's my reason why. Okay, so oh, right. Okay, so I guess what I gotta do is Rush Coil. And then switch to Top Man real quick. Oh, really? Hang on. I really want to see if this works. This sure is annoying, though. Gonna be honest. Refill that, and then we'll just wait for him to come down. I thought Top Man was supposed to kill Wily in one hit. Huh. Okay then. I don't know, maybe I figured this wrong. I thought it was in the Two-Terp video. He did one about Top Man's ability being like the most controversial or something. Something. Okay. So we'll just shuriken him to death, whatever. I thought it'd be funnier than it turned out to be. I'm sorry. Come on. No. It's not what's happening this time, Wily. Ironically, getting hit by the popcorn is is better for me than getting crushed. Just take him out. There. Okay. That time, you know, I earned the victory, but then I had to rewind to see if this was an easier way. Or is there like more phase? Oh, there are more phases. Okay. Okay. So I just misunderstood. Hello. I guess if I want to farm health or something. Okay. E-tanks. Where do I want to go? Oh, I'll take that. Okay, I can just go under there for no reason. All right, let me try. I'll try magnets first, I guess. More phases to the Wily fight. Okay, yeah, this was it. Without getting hit. Yeah, it wasn't happening, was it? I think I need Rush Coal to get up there. Your popcorn machine is so good. Alright. Let's try Hard Knuckle right to the face. Yeah, it kind of works. Okay, here's what I was thinking of. And yeah, it's glitched out a bit. It's okay. Yeah, okay, it's weak. It's not one-hit kill, though, like I thought it would be. Alright. I just have to kind of remember how to do this from muscle memory. Oh, nice hits. Oh. Rush, maybe boost me up a little later. Potato. Okay, one more top while I do it. There we go. I beat him with Top Man. I spun and spinned and spanned. I didn't even rewind on the final boss, so... I didn't, did I? No, I didn't. Good job, me. Oh! Well! Where's Dr. Wily? Oh no, too late. Epilogue. I'm going back to leaning back again, sorry. Megaman, you've regained consciousness. I found you lying here when I arrived. Lying here? I wonder who brought you here. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, here. And his computer says IBM. This whistle, it must have been Proto Man. Yeah, I think this was the first game he showed up in, actually. Proto Man. Number list of robots made by Dr. Light. Atomic Energy Controller. Elecman. Okay, so we're going through Megaman 1, actually. Wait, how are we going through Megaman 1? There weren't 8 robots in Megaman 1, unless you count Rock and Roll. Or, I mean, Megaman and Roll. And yet, sort of 8. Or Proto Man. So, number 2 is going to be Mega Man, and then number 1's good. Nope, number 2's Roll. Yep. I called it. I called it. Former assistant to Dr. Light. And now, currently, you know, guy who fixes everything. Oh, number 0. Brother of Mega Man. Oh, boy. Okay, so... I'm sorry about that. I don't know. Maybe I owe you a better... Wily stage... thing. I don't know, just... I've had so much bad gameplay with Yellow Devil, I just couldn't handle it. And then to see him come back again, I just didn't want to deal with it. I'll fight him in Mega Man 11. I'll fight him in Mega Man 9. I just didn't want to fight him in one of the earlier Mega Mans where the game's just unfairly hard. Because he is an unfairly hard boss. Yasushi Konjiki. So I believe that these are actually based off of contest submissions. And that's why they're using real names and not code names. Yeah. Takumine Yoshida. I believe one of the contest submissions I made into Mega Man 4 was done by somebody who would eventually become the artist for One Punch Man. Not like the original comic creator, but like, you know, turn the comic into a manga. Because it's a webcomic, and then it's a manga, and then it's an anime. And then it's a video game. Junjiro Kimura. I probably shouldn't. I don't know. I don't think people are as offended as I think they are when I try to say their names. Mrs. Tarumi. Okay, I don't regret cheesing Yellow Devil. But I do regret not taking a vow afterward to stop rewinding. I think I could have done this without the rewind after Yellow Devil, but, you know, it just is what it is. We're coming back with Mega Man 4 in the next one, though, so, yeah. Just hang in tight for that. I have a couple more things I want to do aside from Mega Man 4 and 6, though, so, you know, you'll see what that's about. Presented by Capcom. Capsule Computers. You didn't know that's what it stood for? Well, it is. Okay. Is there a whole song to this, or does it, like, loop, or does it eventually end? I don't think I've been paying enough attention, but I don't think it's looped yet. Huh. I'll give it a minute. I guess I could talk about something. What did I think of my Mega Man 3 overall? I thought it was pretty good. You'll note that I didn't, like, cheat a whole lot up until the Wily stages. Up until Yellow Devil itself, actually. Unless I was, like, using it to, you know, just to discover a weakness or something. It didn't feel that bad to do it for that reason. It was still pretty hard. I think Mega Man games are classically pretty hard. They're meant to be, so that way you have something to chew on for a while. I do think that Mega Man 3 was overall difficulty balanced, especially for the last level where it gave you essentially infinite E-tanks if you intentionally game over a whole bunch. Yeah. I think that's it. I think it's looping. I'm fairly certain it's looping. Well, on that note, I don't think I want to save state here then, because then I'm stuck in the credits. Okay. Alright, cool. Cool. I think it had really good music too. Not as good as Mega Man 2, but there were, you know, overall the average is better than Mega Man 2, but it didn't have as good as songs as Mega Man 2. Mega Man 2 had better top 3 songs, but Mega Man 3 overall had better music. Let's put it that way. Cool. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been Captain Thief playing Mega Man 3. I beat it. I'll just say I beat it. Maybe I'll come back to it and beat it for real. Without the cheats. We'll see. Thank you for listening to my ramble about achievements and difficulty itself. In a game that I was ironically playing for achievements and then adjusted the difficulty through rewinding. I don't know. It's not really cheating to rewind, but you know, I am missing out on having to replay the level from losing enough lives. I don't know. Go ahead and tell me what you think in the comments. I'm not fishing for comments with that. I actually do, you know, value your input on this sort of thing. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye.